Welcome. Welcome, everybody. John Zager. JohnZager.com. I hope everybody is well this morning. It's a perfectly clear sky here on the eastern slope in Colorado. I'm looking at pretty heavy clouds up in the mountains, up over the divide. But they've been getting pounded. The mountains have a tremendous amount of snow. I understand the ski reports, the number of people skiing is down, but the conditions have been superb. I don't know how to figure that out, but it's been beautiful down here. Today it's supposed to be, I think we're supposed to be mid-50s. What is it right now anyway? 38, 39. It's early still, but it's going to be a beautiful day, it appears. So just drinking a cup of coffee in my truck, thought I would do a little podcast. Kind of got a couple different ideas. And the topic today, which is a good topic, but I guess I need some feedback on that. Shifting your perspective is the topic. What does that mean, shifting your perspective? We all have needs and wants, wishes and desires, right? And a lot of the time, it seems, when I listen to people on the internet, what I read, and who I talk to, is that they're not getting all of that stuff met. Not that you're supposed to get all of that met. I mean, I understand that. What would be the purpose of everything if you got everything you ever wanted, you know? So changing your perspective. When we think about our wishes and desires and what we would like to manifest in our life, that's a really positive thought, right? Now, we'll just use some big examples to make it sort of understandable. But you can apply it to whatever your needs and wants, wishes and desires are. But, let's say a person, would like to have a new home, a better home, a bigger home, for their family. Their family's growing. They need to get a larger house or something like that. Or you would like to get a different car of some kind. One that you've been looking at or thinking about for quite a while. Or, you're struggling to get the monthly mortgage or rent paid. Let alone the gas and the utilities and the food. But, you're coming up short all the time. And you work a program, right? You work a program. It's not like you just keep walking around saying, God, I wish I had another $5,000 this month or something like that. That ain't going to get you anywhere. Nobody's going to be plunking $5,000 or $1,000 or $10,000 down in your hand because you're walking around stressing. Right? So what's going on with that? You're working a program. It might be the law of attraction. Seems like there's an awful lot of people that are and have been into that program and working that program. I mean, really doing a good job working it. and they're not manifesting anything. They're not getting what they want. And again, like I said, it doesn't have to be the big items. It can be just, regular everyday kind of items that you need. You need some money for rent. You're a little short on money for rent. And that's not happening, and it's stressing you out, and you can't understand why you're doing everything that they say, for instance, in the law of attraction, but nothing's happening, nothing's developing. So, change your perspective. There used to be a saying some time ago about, I haven't heard too many people talk about it or say it, but I always used it quite a bit. It was just pretty simple. It was, change your story. If your past was grueling and traumatic and harsh and difficult and a struggle, and that's all you ever thought about, change your story so that you have a more positive thought process when you think of the past and where you've been and what you've been doing. That's actually a really good idea. This is along those same lines, okay? Change your perspective. It's not that I want or need, this stuff. It's that thank you for all that you have given me. Thank you for all that I have. And thank you for all that I continue to receive. Does that make sense? I'm really grateful. You get up in the morning, you have a couple different choices. One is that, humbug. I'm starting to recall all the negative stuff, that's going on in my life. For instance, I'm a little short of money for the rent or whatever, and you immediately go backwards, not forwards. As opposed to getting up in the morning and just saying, I'm so grateful for all that I have and all that I continue to receive. That's a change in perspective, but that's a huge, huge change in the way that the universe handles your needs and wants, wishes and desires. I personally don't believe that the universe is going to be helping you out a whole lot if you're demanding and requiring and wishing and stomping around and angry and frustrated and, what does the law of attraction say, You attract like kind. So you're going to attract that. You're not going to attract, the money, for instance, to pay the rent. I think everybody listening to this podcast knows that stuff. I don't think what I just said is anything different than what you already know. Okay? I think there's so many places and so many good, qualified people just out there on the internet that you can go listen to and hear exactly what I just gave you, maybe in a whole lot more detail. I'm not trying to do that. And you can understand the step-by-step process that's required in order to start manifesting. And you all know it's a change in your perspective, change in the way you think, change in the way you behave, change in the way you feel, right? So as you continue to do your research, it's also, and they also talk about, you know, you become somebody else. You know, you can't be that old person who's drawing upon negative stuff. You have to become somebody else. Again, all this stuff you guys know. I'm just absolutely certain about that. But for some reason, you've read all the books. You've listened to all the lectures. You've attended the workshops. You know, you've done everything right. You've gone home. You've practiced and practiced and practiced. You know, you've pruned apart your neuron clusters up in your head that have been hardwired from the old limiting belief systems in the past that have kept you, for instance, in lack, not living in that new house, that having that new car, having the money conveniently available for you to pay the rent or the mortgage or whatever. You know, you have the information and the knowledge already. You don't have to turn me on and listen to me say what everybody else is saying. You don't need to turn everybody else on in order to hear them say what everybody else is saying. Right? And your frustration is what's keeping you stuck. Look at John. These books right here. They have the formula. Here is the formula, John. Look at this book, this page right here. It says, if I do this, this, and this. If I go to the book, The Secret, it says on this page here, if I do this, this, and this. If I go to any one of Dr. Joe's books, which are impeccable, you know, you go to this page, this page, this page, and it says for me to do this, this, and this, and that's the formula. Listen to this lecture, and it says I'm supposed to do this, this, and this. Here, I really like this guy over here. Listen to his podcast today. He hit the nail right on the head. Boom, 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 boom. I just have to do this and this. Well, then why aren't you manifesting anything? Isn't that what all this is about? And there's presentation after presentation about why you're not. And everybody has a different spiel. Everybody has a different spin. Everybody talks about change the story, change the perspective. You know, it just goes on and on and on. And yet you're not getting what you want. Why is that? Are you a bad person? Is it because you're a bad person? Well, that must be true. You must be a bad person, therefore. No, that's not true. Because the greater intelligence, the greater consciousness, your creator, right? The universe, the spirit, you know, whatever you want to call God, is infinitely perfect. Everything you've ever done in your entire life is forgiven, number one, and does not play into your current situation. He doesn't hold that against you. The universe doesn't hold that against you. Look at, when we talk in terms of perfection and a greater consciousness, a greater intelligence, who put this universe together? How perfect is that? We're not fried hamburger down here, and we're not frozen in a snowbank. The exact distance Earth is from the sun never changes or is altered to affect our well-being. Now, just take into consideration all the stars, the planets, the moons, the suns, the galaxies, the cosmos. Everything is placed exactly where it is supposed to be. It's not a micro inch away from where it's supposed to be. Everything is perfectly and precisely in its place because of a greater intelligence that put it there. The same thing with you. You know, that's macro. Now think in terms of micro in your body, and you have, and I don't even know the number. I tried looking it up, but they didn't even have an answer for it. Atoms, right? Atoms, 99.999 blah 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 percent, pure energy. My phone dropped, you guys. Let me go find it just a second. And I don't know if this is still going or not. I guess it is. Yeah, something looked like it went weird. But anyway, I hope it's still going. It appears to be. My apologies for that. I had it kind of just sitting here and it slid off. So anyway, think in terms of your body. I mean, you have 7 with 27 zeros behind it, atoms that make up your body. Give or take a couple. You have approximately 100 trillion, right, cells in your body. You pump 3 gallons of blood a minute. You have all these systems in your body that are just delicately, precisely functioning in as perfect condition as they possibly can be. So we're in control, and we should feel comfortable, and we should feel confident, and we should not worry, because the universe has our back. The universe is in control. The universe is taking care of us. The universe is protecting us. Here's an example. And this is all leading somewhere. Hang around long enough. I got a great ending for you. But here's the deal. How does he say that? Birds don't worry. Have you, and again, if you have, call me up because I want to know this. Birds don't worry. Have you ever seen a bird? I don't care what bird. Pick out any bird. Have you ever seen a bird pace back and forth? Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I hope I get the worm. I hope I get the worm today. I hope God lets me have that night crawler over there. I've been watching it for a while. Oh boy, I hope I get the worm. I hope I get the worm. This little bird pacing back and forth. Doesn't work that way, you guys. God or universe or creator or greater intelligence or greater consciousness or whatever you want to call it, that's your deal, is not going to let that bird down. And that bird's going to eat today, and that bird's going to drink today. And it's not. Never has. It's not going to pace and worry. Make sense? So, how are you any different than that bird? I know that's kind of a stretch, but it's absolutely not. Think in terms of your manifesting. right? That's what we started off with. Change your perspective. I'm telling you how to change your perspective. God, or the universe, knows what you need and what you want. God, or the universe, or creator, whatever you want to call it, knows your wishes and desires. That's absolute. That's as absolute as the perfection in the universe. That's as absolute and that's as perfect as the micro system that runs your body. So the resulting thought is, why can't I be like a bird? Why do I have to pace back and forth? Why do I have to have negative emotions? I'm frustrated, I'm angry, I'm depressed, I'm sad, I'm mad at that person. I don't even know that person. Who in the hell is that over there walking down, going over there? Why am I mad at that person? Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't believe, I'm not a bird psychologist, right? But I'm fairly certain that, I'm fairly certain, not completely, but I'm going to go on the assumption that most of these little Tweety birds around don't get angry and pissed off and cuss and think negative thoughts and feelings towards, I don't know, another bird. I'm going to go with the thought that they feel blessed every single day of their life. They feel blessed. Know what I mean? They feel blessed. What would happen? I'm gonna wind this down, you guys. Don't worry. I'm not going to keep talking very much longer. What would happen if you changed your perspective? And I know this sounds silly and kind of like, did he really say that? But more towards the perspective of a bird. I am in such great, loving hands with my Creator, with the universe. Why would I even conceive of the negative thoughts and the pacing? Conclusion, everybody. Conclusion is, with that perspective, I'm willing to say you just increase the odds of the manifestations occurring. Here's the last remark. People don't get what they want because sometimes, a lot of the time, most of the time, they don't do the work to get what they're wanting. Do you get up every morning with that perspective? Do you take that perspective I just gave you and use it throughout the day? Do you go to bed with that perspective? Or are you in that negative frame of mind? Do you have to process this stuff every waking moment? Or do you believe you are loved unconditionally to where you don't have to pace back and forth? So, here's the deal. If you could hit the subscribe button, please, please, please. Hit the follow button. Hit the share button. I like doing what I do. I really enjoy doing all this, and I like trying to build an audience. I understand that it's stuff that not everybody is into. They might want to listen to more people that talk about dogs or, whatever, or show their dogs doing whatever, or travel stuff. I don't know. This is what I do, and I like it, and I think it's really good stuff. And I need to be patient. And I need to trust the universe that it has my back. And that all of this someday is going to manifest. Something will go viral. And I'll have a big enough audience to talk even more and more and more. So if you could do those things, that sure would be great. If you need to get a hold of me, I'm real easy to find. JohnZager.com. JohnZegar.com. My email is jzager@gmail.com. JZEGAR@gmail.com. I'm everywhere on the internet. You can find all of my stuff on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on Twitter. I do YouTube videos. I do my podcasts. I do my blogs. I'm on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Spreaker, Anytime you need anything or you want to comment, feel free to contact me and let me know what your thoughts and thinking are. It's perfectly okay for you to just say whatever you want to me. I hope this spreads. I hope every day that I do these that it spreads. But I need your help on that. So, anyway, God bless everybody. Take care of one another, and I look forward to talking to you all again real soon. Thanks a lot. See you. Bye.